Welcome, 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 all three of you. The live stream tonight. What's going on? Hey, what's going on, Uncle Ben's Rice? Did you hit like? Yes, I hit. Okay, I hit like and notifications. Did you know there was? Didn't know there was a stream. I didn't know there was a stream tonight either. But I was like, you know what? I haven't done it in a while. Let me do one because probably I'm not gonna do one in the, next. Let's actually. I was holding out for the last minute for the strike to be over because this stupid thing is just never gonna be over. I don't know what's going on. Like every day there's somebody saying, oh, we're getting closer, we're getting closer, we're getting closer, and nothing's happening. And I know when the strike is over, the floodgates are gonna open and we're gonna start to get a lot of news. But still, we got some news. It's not DC centric. You guys know this is a DC channel. But let me put some music here. Put some music because my music, I need my music. I don't like to listen to myself. I like to hear myself. You guys know that. Okay, now we're there. So yeah, hey yo, but oh, what's going on, Andy? What's up, Poppy? You did it? Oh, you didn't know? Good to know. Hearts. Love you, buddy. Good to see you here. Good to see you. Good to have you here. You're right. You know what? I haven't. You said something about the vodka stream. I was gonna be on the vodka stream last week or the last time that Dave did one, but he didn't send it to the group that I'm in. I was like, okay, that's fine. But because I just haven't. I've been busy. But Dave knows that like if I can, I always jump in. But I'll probably jump in this weekend. There's a lot of drama, so there's a lot of good stuff to talk about. So yeah, so welcome everybody to Thursday live stream. I don't do this consistently. I know I should be good and be here every Thursday. I should be ride or die. I appreciate every single one of you that show up here. Whenever I do this, I'm humbled by your presence. That's all I can say. Because I didn't know I was gonna do a live stream until like about an hour ago. I was like, I haven't done that in a while, and when I do this, it's even though it's taxing to get ready. Even though this time I was like, I'm not getting ready. I don't have any notes. I just have my Twitter feed open, ready to talk nonsense, and I know I'm gonna miss some stuff because I know this stuff that probably I would have talked about had I prepared for this. But I know I was like, you know what. But yeah, no, we got DC news. Some of it is not so great. Some of it is good. Yeah, I'm gonna talk about Superman and Lois. You guys, the writing was on the wall. We're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about some new casting information about Creature Commandos, the first official show of the DCU. When it's gonna get released. And I don't know if this is a rumor. It feels like it's a rumor, but it feels like it's legit. So I don't want to dive too deep into it, but we got some casting news about a potential main character that is going to be part of the WonderWoman universe. So I'm excited about that. So, but anyway, how's everybody doing? Hey, what's going on, Jonathan? Good to see you here. I got a White Claw. I don't want to get messed up tonight. This thing will creep up on you. Don't get it twisted. That will creep up on you. Because I remember, I don't remember how long ago was that. I think it was in the vodka stream. And I bought a 12-pack because I drank like 3. I didn't feel anything. And I just kept guzzling them down. And like an hour into the live stream, I was a mess. Like I had to really like I usually don't listen to myself afterwards unless like I'm doing a clip and so I could upload it. But I remember that morning I woke up and I listened to the entire 5 hours all over again. I was like, oh my god, I hope I didn't say something stupid. But thankfully I didn't. I'm usually a quiet drunk. I'm usually like chilling in the corner, like something funny jumps at me, I say something, and that's pretty much my demeanor when I'm ripped. But anyway, so let's get this party started, and we're gonna kind of freestyle it because like I said, I wasn't prepared for this, And I wanted to do a live stream / podcast so I could have some content to upload to the podcast, which I haven't done since the last live stream. So yeah, that's that. All right, so let's begin. Oh, wait, let me see how my drop's working. Oh yeah, this is working. Okay, this is working. My favorite.
English, motherfucker, do you speak it?
Yeah, everything's working. Good. We're good to go. All right, so let's get into this. This was something that Boss Logic. I cannot say that word. Boss. Am I pronouncing it right? Boss Logic.
English, motherfucker, do you speak it?
Boss Logic. He did this little thing, and it's Doctor Doom for Avengers Secret Wars. And we're gonna we're gonna break down that. I know everybody has spoken about that, but it's just like so major T on the whole Marvel thing, and we need to discuss. I know this is DC, a DC centric channel, but the T is just a chef's kiss. And I know this was I saw the writing in the wall last year when I did that little video. I was like, you know what? Let me put it out there because I know I was right about this. What's going on, Fletcher? Good to see you here. Good to see you here. I know you like the drops. Anyway, so yeah, so the Boss Logic, he did this, and I thought this was pretty cool. I think they should definitely bring Doctor Doom into the MCU. But let's see what else has happened this week. I was gonna watch today's, even though I work remote, it's like worse than working from the office, because when you work remote, you have to be like not only present on the stuff that you work, but let everybody know that you're working, so that way they don't think that you're dicking around. So I was waiting to watch this after work, but then I had to do stuff, and then I had to do a couple of errands, then come back. And when I came back, I was like, I should do a live stream. And then after I posted posted everywhere that I was gonna do a live stream, I realized, oh man, Invincible is out. And I started to watch it. I thought it was gonna be a 30-minute episode, but it was a 45 minutes. So I was like, I stopped after a couple of minutes in, and so far so good. So I'm looking forward to finishing the live stream so I could just jump back in and watch this Invincible. Invincible is amazing. I hope they make some changes on the show. I know everybody's talking that it's great. The first season is by far one of my favorite animated series ever put together, and it far exceeded the comic book run. There's some things in the comic book run that I hope they change, because there's one character that is like my favorite character from the entire comic book run. But I know that he dies, and I'm gonna say who because it's a spoiler. But there's a video that I did on the channel about that character. So if you follow me for a while, you know who I'm talking about. So I hope they make changes enough where that character stays alive, because that character is amazing. Anyway, but yeah, so I'm gonna start watching this week, and I know they made, because the director said, you know what, well, I took the liberty to make some adjustments of some things that I wanted to do in the comics, but I didn't have time or didn't have the foresight to do it at that time. So I'm taking some liberties with that, with the show. So I hope, fingers crossed, that's one of them, that he keeps that character alive, because that character was like, damn man, it's when it gets to that episode, if we get to that season, I will say who it is, and I'll tell you how I feel about it. Like, damn, it's like how can I put that? It's like killing Vegeta. Like if you're a Dragon Ball fan, and then all of a sudden the creator say, I'm gonna kill off Vegeta and he's never coming back. That's how it felt when that character died. Let's leave it at that. But yeah, I'm excited for Invincible. I'm gonna watch it right after this episode, and I watched enough to be like, what the hell is going on? Because I know that at the beginning is this little squad there, and there's something that's going on. I don't know all the details. I haven't watched it, so I cannot fully give you a full review of what's going on. But yeah, I'm giving this definitely a try. I already talked about Sag Aftra. This thing is just never gonna end. I'm waiting for this thing to be over so the floodgates can open and we can finally get some news. we could finally start talking about casting news, about rumors and potential actors attached to a film or production started in XYZ film. We haven't gotten that in months, and you can see it. You can see it on you can see that because this is not only impacting Hollywood, it's impacting us streamers. Because I take this as a hobby, but people that actually do this, that take it more serious, and I'm saying that do it for a living, but take it a little bit more serious. I can see them struggling like to come up with subjects and kind of reinventing the channel, and so people can come back and get the views, the subs, and the super chats and whatnot. But so it's impacting everybody equally, because there's nothing to talk about. Like I used to watch religiously. What's his name? This pasty face douchebag. What's his name? John Campia. I used to watch him religiously, and I started watching him a long time ago. But I was like, let me watch him. I think it was on Tuesday. I want to say last Tuesday. I think it was last Tuesday. It was last Tuesday. And the entire show was just rambling nonsense. I was like, yeah, everybody's hurting. Everybody needs this damn strike to be over. But anyway, and every day it's a new piece saying, we're getting closer to this thing to be over. We're getting close. Hey, Lucas, good to see you here. Good to see you here. It's always good to see familiar faces. And I didn't know. I thought I was going to be talking to myself tonight because I just decided to do this thing last minute. But I'm glad to see you guys here. But yeah, so every day, Screen Rant, Variety, Deadline, pick one. They always have some inside information. I think it was Snyder, Scott Snyder. Is that him? That scooper guy. He says something about that is imminent. I hate that word. Imminent. Glad to see you here, buddy. Too. Glad to see you here too. I hate that word because it's like saying eventually. Yeah, of course, eventually it's gonna happen. It is the same word. It's a synonym. And so when I hear somebody saying that, yeah, I heard that it's gonna eventually gonna happen. Like, of course, it's gonna eventually gonna happen. What are they gonna do? Shut down Hollywood forever? So yeah, so every day some douchebag saying that they have some inside information, knowing that it's gonna eventually be over. I just hope that is over. I just hope that it's over to be period, because it's getting sad out there. And so this was at the beginning of the week. HBO, this is something that came out, and Rolling Stone. HBO has been ordering staff to create fake accounts to fire back at some people that criticize shows online. HBO, which is rare, which is weird. It's weird because HBO is synonymous with quality. So if you get a couple of critics here and there, let it go. Let it go. You're not gonna please everybody. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. It's all subjective, like my friend says. And yes, Sag Aftra strong. Yeah, we supporting. Yes. But going back to this, yeah. So it's all subjective. You can have this amazing show, like for instance, the East Town or whatever. That I couldn't get into that show, and everybody was praising it. I was like, I don't get it. I watched the first episode. Kate Winslet's like, not for me. This stuff is just not gonna be for everybody, and this is one of them. And apparently HBO couldn't take it that there were people that didn't like the shows, and they were ordering their staff to troll back at the trolls. So I was like, that's funny. Dímelo, Dayander. Good to see you here, my dude, my brother. Oh. Hey, I'm doing the same thing. You remember what we talked about, that you were doing something? I don't want to put your business out there. I'm doing the same thing too. So I'm meant to hit you up. What's good, buddy? Good to see you here. Good. It's always good to see you, brother. It's always good to see you. So anyway, so another report came out today. It was Casey Bloys who was doing this. Casey Bloys, that's crazy. So HBO boss. I said it right this time. Hey, Michael, good to see you here. Hey, twerking is my passion. Twerking is my passion. Finally, I haven't seen you here in a while. That's my favorite YouTube handle. Twerking is my passion. You're finally here. I haven't seen you here in a while, man. I feel like I was like, did you unsubscribe? Damn. But it's okay. It's okay. So Casey Blois, the HBO boss, admits and apologizes for using fake accounts to fire back at those who make negative comments about HBO shows. I was working from home and doing an unhealthy amount of scrolling through Twitter, and I came up with a very dumb idea that to vent my frustration. Listen, I don't know, like, you gotta be thick-skinned. If you're gonna be the boss, you gotta be thick-skinned. If you're running shows, you know it's not gonna resonate with everybody, so you gotta have thick skin about that. So you cannot be just doing that. And I'm glad that he came out and said it, because it would have been a whole lot more embarrassing had he said, no, that's not going on, and then somebody comes and, you know, shows the proof that he actually did it. So that was very, very commendable on his part that he came out and said it. But listen, HBO Max has been killing it. Watch every show. I don't know. I don't remember seeing a bad show on it on HBO. Well, I keep saying HBO Max on HBO in a while. I don't know. Well, the East Town something whatever, that Kate Winslet show. I don't know if again, it's subjective. It's people live by it, say that it's amazing, but to me, it's just it's mid. I saw the first 2 episodes. I was like, ugh, that's not my thing. Anyway, so yeah, so now you know what, you take the good with the bad, because House of the Dragon, amazing show. Game of Thrones, amazing show. Chernobyl, amazing show. The Sopranos, incredible. Boardwalk Empire. You have such a amazing catalog that you can take some else here and there and be okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's fine. You'll be all right. Anyway, all right, so let's get into some DC stuff. Let's get into what's going on. Good to see you here. Good to see you here. Anyway, hey, Alex. Good to see you, buddy. Good to see you. Good to see everybody. Anyway, yeah, make sure to subscribe, hit like before you leave. Make sure to hit like before you leave the live stream, or do it right now and then come back. You don't have to, I don't think you have to leave the app. You can just hit like while you're watching. It'll help out the channel to grow to further in greener pastures. Let's say Hail Howard. It was a fantastic show for me, at least. Okay, it was just for me. I couldn't get into it. I'm sorry. All right, so finally we're getting some news from the DCU. And this is some concept art from James Gunn, upcoming DC Studio animated series Creature Commandos reveals new designs for Frankenstein and the Bride of Frankenstein. What do you guys think? This was posted by Flash Film News, which I'm waiting for something to happen there, but I'm not gonna say what. It's up to them to do whatever they need to do, and I like it. I know this is it. I think this is the end product. But I like that she's going to have the 4 arms like in the New 52, because there's a version that she only has 2 arms and it's just the Bride of Frankenstein. But this one is going to have, in the New 52, she has 4 arms, and I like that. And she has, of course, she has a relationship with Frankenstein monster. I like that they show him with little flowers on his hand, because he's a pacifist. He's just a ride or die dude that will do anything to protect his friends and his family, his friends, what he consider family. So, but he's a softy at heart. He loves his woman, and he's very much deeply in love with her. And he always struggles with, you know, the way that he looks and how people react to him. Like, I read a couple of Creature Commandos. It's pretty good. Pretty good. It's not like the most amazing thing, but the only reason why I'm excited about Creature Commandos is because how everything is gonna play its part. Because it's like, it feels that everything has been so methodically thought out for this universe. And I hear people talking about that the Center is gonna be the main baddie for the new DCU, and it makes total sense to have the center being the big baddie of the DCU. And the reason why is because the center is like an entity. It's an entity. It's an island. It's all that shit. It's been here since forever. And the monsters, that's what they are. They are in the island and on what is it? Monster Island? Is it Monster Island or Paradise Island? I don't remember. Is it Monster Island? I think so. Anyway, so what's going on? Hey, Hunter Iggy. Man, they're getting the whole squad back today. To see everybody today. Everybody came out. So yeah. Who looks like you? Who looks like you? This guy here? Anyway. So yeah, so I like the idea that the center is gonna be the main villain, and this is the reason why, because the center is like, he has some psychic powers, but it's just a giant island that can throw dinosaurs. I don't know if you've seen the animated or read the comic book. So New Frontier, the comic book New Frontier came out, I think it was right after Alan Moore Watchmen and what's his face in the Dark Knight. And I remember when I was reading that, there was one panel where Batman was trying to save a kid, and the kid was afraid of Batman because of the way that he looked, and Batman had to change his attire to make more to be more a little bit less scary, because he wanted to scare villains, not just everybody, and kids including. And I remember that was like, I felt, oh, I think this is like a jab to those comic books that take themselves a little bit more too serious and darker and broodier. And because the Dark Knight and the Dark Knight Return were dark shit. So I felt like the New Frontier was kind of an homage to what comic books were, how they were supposed to be, how they initiated. And it's good to have both. It's good to have the dark comic book, and it's also good to have those light tone comic books, because in essence DC is lighter in tone than Marvel. I said this many times before, like if you're a comic book reader you would know this. So I always find it interesting when people say, well, no, it's supposed to be darker. No, it's pump your brakes. The Dark Knight is dark. Watchmen is dark. What else is there that I can say that is considered dark? Justice League dark is dark. So there's a lot of stuff that is the question, which again, going back to the whole idea of having, I'm all over the place, sorry guys. I like this whole idea of having the center as the main guy, like the center. The question has been rumored this week to be to have his own show on HBO Max. I'm thinking, oh, that's a good idea, because again, it plays into this whole universe that James Gunn is creating, where the center is the main guy. He's the center. So the question, I know initially he was like a normal guy. Now he's immortal. He has not super strength, but he's stronger than most men. He has some psychic abilities. He has great, amazing hand-to-hand combat. There is a tie-in into Lois Lane, because one time he had a crush on Lois Lane, and so there's a little bit of kind of static between him and Clark. He's not competitive with Batman, but he's comparable to Batman as far as intellect, because he's also an amazing detective. So I think having him there, that it will take away from. The Batman doesn't need to be that detective guy. He can be Batman, the fantastical Batman. And at the same time, he allows the directors, any production that's gonna be tackling these characters, they can do whatever they want with these characters without having to keep in mind, well, we have to fight this big baddie, because the center is like a thing that's there, that it's a end-level event type of individual. Not an individual, it's a freaking entity. And they can develop these characters. They can make them any way they want without impacting the overall story that they try to tell. So I think it's the more I look into this, the more I see the center being the big baddie of the Gods and Monsters. Plus, I think there was Yeah, there was. I think there was one of the books on the New Frontier. I think it was 6 books. I don't remember how many, but I know there was one named Gods and Monsters. That was another giveaway. I was like, yeah, here's the center. The center is gonna be the big baddie. But yeah, I like this design. I like this so far. And another piece of information that came out today about Creature Commandos is according to Bobby Hills, this animation studio, which there's a video, but I wasn't gonna do an entire video on that. According to Bobby Hills animation studio, Creature Commandos will consist of 7 episodes, each with 22 minutes runtime, and will not release until 2025. Gee. You know what? I don't know. I guess you can rush perfection. I guess we're gonna have to wait. You know what? I like Detective Batman. I like Detective Batman too. Hey, Mike, good to see you here too. I like Detective Batman. Actually, that's one of the things that I enjoy a lot from Mary's Batman, because he did a lot of detective work. He did very little action, but he did a lot of detective work. So I thought that was really good. What I say, for real, I always like, I always find Frankenstein a sweet monster. He is a sweetheart because he's misunderstood. He is misunderstood. Yeah, it is dark. It is dark. So yeah, so I don't mind having Creature Commandos coming out on a year and a half from now. It's already, it's November. It's already 2024. So it's like saying it's coming out next year. It's just, the thing is, like, how far in 2025? It's like, if it's August, no, November, yeah, there's 2 years. But if it's gonna be like a March before, because remember, I think Superman Legacy is supposed to come out in 2025 also, right? I think so. When does it come out? Now I have to DC channel, and I do not know when Superman Legacy comes out. Bad Benjamin, bad job. Let's see, when does Superman Legacy comes out? Superman July 2025. Okay, so it's coming out in 2025. So if it comes, so this show is supposed to come out before Superman Legacy. So see, it's at the beginning of the year. So it's gonna be a year and a few months. So that's not so bad. And I want that cushion between the DCU and Snyderverse and the new DCU. I want a big gap between them, so that way there's no comparison. There's no that residual nonsense that has to do with everything that had transpired with this universe. So I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. Have I watched this Across the Spider-Verse? I saw it. I thought it was okay. I think it's right now on Netflix. I think it's on Netflix right now. I haven't watched it since I watched it the first time. I'm gonna watch it again. Yes, I'm sorry, I didn't have this ready. I didn't. You know what? Let me put this up. Hold on one second. I got it. Let me look this up. This is. I'm telling you, I was not ready for today's live stream. I was not ready for today's live stream. I should have been. That was my bad. Let me go and find it. I think I retweeted it. Did I retweet it? I think I did. Come on, where are you? Found it. Let me put it right here. I think I'm done with this story. There you go. This is really bad. Yo, Temple, good to see you here, buddy. I haven't seen you here in a while. I know I haven't done. I know I've been bad, but this is I don't know if it's to blame it on. I'm sure it is. The whole strike is really messing everything up. So the Penguin has been delayed to fall 2024 due to the studio refusing to pay their actors fairly. Facts, because had they paid the actors fairly, this will be back on production, which was like heavily into production already. and now everything has to be put on hold. And I'm sure, like, I don't know what's gonna happen when this strike is over, because it's gonna be mad hysteria, because all these TV shows are gonna be fighting for actors. All these and writers are already doing their work, but all these TV shows are gonna be fighting for actors for shows, movies, and so it's gonna be a feeding frenzy, and it's gonna be chaotic. So I wonder what's gonna happen after this thing is over. But yeah, I'm upset about this. Not upset, disappointed, because I really was looking forward to the Penguin, because the first trailer looked good. It looked good enough for me to get interested, because I was like, why? But then again, it was Mary's universe. I'm like, yeah, okay, you got me. I want to watch this, but then now it's getting delayed, because there was a couple of this. I think there is one that is based on Arkham. I don't know if that's ever gonna happen. And there's a couple other shows that are probably gonna get lost in the middle of this madness anyway. But so yeah, so that's this already. But Creature Commandos, this is I'm excited for. This is finally. So I don't know if this is a rumor. Take this with a grain of salt. It's everywhere. Everybody's talking about, but nobody's giving the source. Or maybe I don't know the source just yet, because I haven't done my due diligence as I should have. Instead of putting this tweet breaking, like it's a fact. But anyway, the rumor is that Enya Chalotra, I want to say Chalotra, Enya Chalotra, and she is playing. Chalotra is to play Wonder Woman's villain Circe in the DCU animated series Creature Commandos, which I'm like, yes. This needed to happen. Like, we needed to have Circe. Circe should have been the second Wonder Woman. I get it that Cheetah is like a fan favorite, but they could have done so much more with Circe. Circe is an OP individual. Circe is like, as much as I can remember, she's like hates Hippolyta, and then found out that Hippolyta was having a child, and she was like, okay, I hate this little bitch now. Now, and that's why they became enemies. But she's like, I think this is a perfect casting, because Enya is gorgeous. She played what's her name on The Witcher? Help me out, chat. I forget her name. Vivica? Jennifer. Let's say Vivica. She played Jennifer on The Witcher. She's stunning. She's stunningly beautiful. I remember when I first watched the first episode, like, is she that really ugly? And then when she like cleaned up, and man, yeah, Jennifer, thank you, Uncle Ben's Rice nephew. And but listen, I think and because that's who Circe is. She's an evil bitch, but she's stunningly beautiful. She I think some of the powers are telekinesis. Are they? I know she likes to turn people into animals. I know that for sure. And she can turn objects into things. Well, she's magic. She's magic pretty much. But I don't remember much about her. Because I was not a huge comic book reader of Wonder Woman. Yeah, don't call me I'm not a woman hater. I don't know. I never found Wonder Woman that interesting. But whenever there was Circe's, I know this, like, the stories always were a little bit interested about about her backstory. But yeah, I like this casting. I like the idea of having dark magic, because she's evil as fuck. So since they're already doing Paradise Island or Paradise Lost, I don't know what they're gonna call that series, and I guess they're gonna be centered around Hippolyta early years before Wonder Woman's born. So having her there, it makes total sense, because that's how the story goes in the comics. So I think this is why I keep saying that this entire universe is being thought out, is being carefully thought out, and putting stuff together like this, it just makes total sense, because then you will have they will introduce Wonder Woman, and then you will have Circe, who's gonna be played by Enya, and then she might show up in the cinematic universe, because this is something that James Gunn said, that some of these characters that you're gonna see in Creature Commandos, you will also see in the cinemas. You're gonna see in on live action. So I'm hoping, and I just got a good feeling that she's definitely gonna be one of those, because her character is very essential. It's too ingrained into Wonder Woman's mythos, and if they do the Paradise Island with her in there, then there's no way that you can keep that character out of the cinematic universe. Ryan Curl, Arkham Asylum show was in the works prior to the strike, and now back in production. How is it back in production if the strike is still going on? I think it might go back into production when the strike is over, if it was in pre-production before the strike. I think she fits more into this universe. Well, let me see. Where did I go? I think her character, Circe, fits more than having Cheetah in this universe, because he goes along with the gods and monster, because she's technically a god. So he's Hippolyta, so is Wonder Woman, and Superman's considered a god, I guess. So it's gods and monster. I want to see that. I cannot wait for that when they battle the Center. One thing about the Center, I was thinking about that New Frontier. I don't know if it's intentional, but I remember that Green Lantern felt like the main character of the entire series, because he's the one, he kind of does his thing at the end. So I don't know if that's gonna be the same thing here. So that thing, that would be a nice misdirection, or at least not a misdirection, but it would be nice to have that, instead of being just Superman being the only one that can save the day. That would be cool. And another thing about the question I was thinking, just popped into my head, is that Martian Manhunter he played a pivotal role as doing investigating all the things that were happening all over the world, that the Center was in charge, that he was doing some of the machinations that he was orchestrating, or it was orchestrating. And Martian Manhunter was the one that was doing the investigation under his alias, John. So having the question kind of, swap out that character and introducing the question and have him do that will also, to me, feels like, oh, that would be a good idea. That will work. That will totally work. Anyway, Temple. Do you think Ares is gonna be on the clapping Circe's cheek, bro? Wait, was it Ares her man? I thought it was what's the name? Oh my god, it's one of those gods. God, no, she's the daughter of. You know what? I don't want to say something that is all wrong. The Lantern as a name of the Temple. The Lantern as a name of the show is kind of tricky too. There's a bunch of lanterns. That's true. See, I was not prepared for this. The Lanterns, they're looking for a young John Stewart and an older Hal Jordan. So everybody throws the exact same. I don't know. It's like people don't know there's a whole lot more black actors out there, but they always throw the exact same name every single time there's a superhero. And I'm like, oh man, even though I wouldn't mind Toronto Rhodes, there's other actors that I would prefer. But I like the idea of having a young, a younger John Stewart, because he also has a relationship with Hot Girl, and the girl that's playing Hot Girl, she's young there. She's like in her 20s. So that would make sense that they're gonna get a younger John Stewart. Why are you getting more frustrated? Darnell Harper, sorry. I don't know why I'm getting more frustrated with DC. Why are you getting more frustrated with DC? I don't understand. Why? Why? Please tell me why. I think we should wait and see. Listen, nothing is happening in the DCU. Like, what's next? The only thing that's next is Aquaman. We know that's gonna be a shit show. I hope people come out and see this movie and support it and send it off on a high note, because the DCU deserve better. The DCEU definitely deserve better. The Snyderverse deserve way better. Yes, I will agree to that. But has it been a mess? Has it been inconsistent? Has it been frustrated? Yes, all of the above. So I would like to send off the DCEU on a high note and give Aquaman and Jason Momoa a nice send off and say goodbye. Thank you for everything. Let's get ready for this new DCEU. Tempo. Although I'm sure Brainiac isn't the main villain in Superman Legacy, since DC Universe Infinity recommends Superman, Brainiac as one of the comic inspiration for Superman Legacy. Everybody always throwing that name. I don't know. You know, I wouldn't mind Brainiac. But I don't know why. When I think of Brainiac, I'm thinking about what's the name of the Avengers, the second Avengers, Ultron. I don't know why I compare Ultron. I don't know why Ultron comes to mind every time they talk about Brainiac. I do not know. And you have to be an incredible writer to write Brainiac, because Brainiac has to exist in a world where there's a Lex, who has a god level intellect. So you have to have an amazing writer to put that together. You can just give me some dumb shit. Okay, James M. I hope it's not a shit show. Looking forward to Aquaman 2. I hope, you know what? I'm gonna give it a shot. I'm gonna go watch it. I'm not saying that I'm not saying that Brainiac is not better than Ultron. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that he always reminds me. I don't know why. I do not know why, but he always does. Ryan Curl. Well, one obvious choice would be to involve Barry Keoghan, Joker, somehow. After all, the actor previously noted he'd love another crack at it. Oh, he's gonna come back. He's still gonna be in the Matt Reeves universe. The Matt Reeves universe is not going anywhere. They're not gonna get rid of that Matt Reeves universe. One day they're gonna, I don't know when, but they're gonna establish as Elseworld universe. Especially like if the Joker movie makes another billion. If the Joker movie makes another billion, well, I'm getting a work alert. If the Joker movie makes another $1 billion and Matt Reeves' sequel makes close to doesn't have to make $1 billion, but those movies were, well, the Joker movie was made for probably $70 million again. So if that movie makes another 600, 700, believe me, they're gonna continue to make this dark, Elseworld, gritty DC movies. They're gonna establish this black label as part of this universe. And I think that's gonna, and they need to, because this is gonna be the difference maker between the competition and who's the DC universe is. Sorry. Temple, Dream Lex casting is Billy Zane. Man, stop it with the fucking Billy Zane. Billy Zane's like 100. Every time they talk about a bald villain, his name always comes up. Anyway, this is gonna be the sad news that I have today. Listen, we already knew this was coming. We knew we was coming. The minute that they fired 7 main characters last year, when the CEO said that they weren't getting the views. I remember I was sitting here and I said, hey, the CEO is already saying that the show is expensive and they're not getting the views that they should be getting. The views are not there. So as a CEO, me, I don't run a show, but if I'm looking at a show where I'm spending hundreds of millions of dollars the viewership is not there, there's no marketing value for advertiser, then I'm gonna have to cancel the show. So the writing was on the wall. So when I saw that was gonna happen, I was like, oh, he already said it, it's gonna get canceled. But then, you know, I guess because of fan reaction, or they try to find a way to make it work or give the show a proper ending, they found a way by reducing the staff, which to me is like, oh man, not him. Like I was going through the list like, not him, him too, her too, but anyway, so I knew this was gonna be the last season, unfortunately. Shag not showing my article. What's your article? Send me the link and I'll put it up. Why you giving me shit? Why are you giving me shit? And I will put it up. Send it to me right now. Inbox it to me. But anyway, so DC Temple, damn, nah, it's still different. Like I feel like those two Supermans are so different. I cannot compare them. Sad to see the show go, although I gotta admit Cavill could be one of the top 5 if the script were amazing. Nothing will ever top the kind of the King of all Superman's adaptation in daily. No, shut up, bro. I know you're messing with me, but anyway, yeah, exactly. Yeah, no money, no show. That simple as that. Simple as that. Anyway, so what are you saying, Andy? People who still keep thinking that it was ever possible for season 5 to happen on Max just don't know how this all works. Oh, you drop us. You deserve another. Yes, that's right. You need to make money. That's the game of the name of the game. You need to make money. The show needs to make money. It has to be financially viable for them to keep it going. That's why the Flash kept going for so long, because it was financially viable. It was cheap to make, and it was getting a lot of advertising money. Because TV works with that's how they make their money, with advertising, not streaming. Streaming, they need subscribers. It's different. Hey RJ, good to see you here. I didn't know you were here. I would have shot you out a long time ago. At least the show gets to have a proper final season, and yo, facts, you deserve one of these too. RJ, at least the show gets to have a proper final season and an ending that's nice for fans. Some who Doom Patrol, which same with Doom Patrol, which is ending this month too. I never watched Doom Patrol, but shout out to everybody that watches Doom Patrol and getting the proper send off, because you know what, there's so many shows that you get so invested and then you waiting for the second season and nothing happened. The last time that I got my heart broken was I think it was HBO Max with what's the name, it'll get to me, but there's been plenty of them. And Netflix it's a habitual line stepper. They're always doing this. They hype up the show, they put it everywhere, and then the second season it's nowhere to be found. They cancel Travelers. I love Travelers. They cancel that show without warning. So all of a sudden, Suits, everybody's watching Suits. I'm like, what the fuck is the big deal about Suits anyway? So what are you saying, Andy? The Flash is one of the biggest show on Netflix, which got the show massive revenue for WB and CW. See, there you go. It's all about the money. If it doesn't make money, it doesn't make any sense. If they make money, it makes sense. Anyway, but yeah, so that's the name of the game. Like, listen, if they're not getting advertising money, if they're not getting the what's the name when they put it on all the networks? Forgot the name of that word. It'll get to me. But anyway, so here it is. So the news comes as producers of Warner Brothers TV clearing the deck, and they see shows to make way for James Gunn era. I don't think that's why. They're clearing it. It's just because it's just not making money. I'm sorry to say it to all my and I love the show. I haven't watched a show since the second season of The Flash. I gave up completely on the Arrowverse. Like, I even try to watch all the Crisis I think I watched one of the Crisis, but I was like, oh, this is horrible. Sorry, Andy. I know you live by those shows, but syndication, when it goes on syndication, I know it's gonna get to me. They need those shows to make money, and they need those shows to go on syndication so they can continue to make money and then make new episodes. That's what I want to say. But anyway, so let's get into this report. The end of an era. Superman and Lois will take one final flight on CW. The Next Star Back broadcast network on Thursday announced that the upcoming 4th season of the DC drama from the executive producer Greg Berlanti and the Berlanti universe will be the final run. The 10-episode final season, damn, it's getting 10 episodes. Not too shabby. The final season, starring Tyler Hoechlin and Elizabeth Tulloch, will air sometime in 2024, which is good. Next year. Well, this year. Over the last 3 seasons, Superman and Lois redefined both the superhero genre and family drama. As that is one thing that I thought they did a very good job navigating between the superhero show and giving you enough about the family dramas to get you invested on this character. So that's why it bothered me when so many of them are gonna be removed for this final season. So it's gonna feel weird not to see those characters. It's gonna be like a soft reboot, but it's gonna be the final season. That's what it's gonna feel watching this last season. As Tyler and Elizabeth, the entire cast effortlessly portray these classic characters with new layers of depth and complexity that had never before been exploited in the Superman universe. Facts. I'm reading this report with you guys. I didn't even read it before this. Said Brad Swartz, president of entertainment at CW. We are grateful for the years of hard work and grateful for storytelling from the show's writers, producers, actors, and crew, as well as our terrific partners at Warner Brothers Television and Berlanti's production. As Superman's embark on his final flight, the team is leaving us with an absolute epic 10-episode must-watch every minute farewell to one of the most legendary CW families. Damn, they're dropping bars. this thing. Yeah, I really love that show. This show is it's not gonna wreck me because I don't think but I'm gonna miss it. Because it left on a nice cliffhanger, and I like the new Lex, this guy that is playing Lex. I was like, man, I wanted to see more of that crazy son of a bitch in the way that he created Doomsday. If you haven't watched the last season, go watch it. The decision to conclude the superhero drama comes as a producer's Warner Brothers TV is clearing the deck for its DC comic show that falls outside the universe. I don't think that's it. I'm surprised that James Gunn hasn't come out and say, hey, no, I had no idea. James Gunn doesn't have autonomy over these characters all across every medium, because apparently there are some exceptions. I don't know if some of the Superman, I could see that. Yeah, Superman is like one of the main characters. But anyway, CW back in the superhero space with the Arrow universe. With the Arrow universe of shows laid the foundation for what became a full slate of shows that helped to redefine the CW under the former CEO Mark Pedowitz. Anyway, Superman and Lois is the last of the Berlanti produced as DC roster that previously included Gotham Knights, trash, Batwoman, Arrow. let me start again. Gotham Knights, trash. Batwoman, trash. Arrow, first 6 season, good. Rest, trash. Legends of Tomorrow, trash. Supergirl, trash. The Flash, first 2 season, amazing. Rest, trash. Sorry, Andy. Black Lightning, good. It was really good. I fell off. Yes, I remember I watched the first Black Lightning first season. Stargirl was pretty good. And I know that's I shouldn't say that, but that was pretty good. As well as made for the streaming show Titans, Doom Patrol, and Constantine. Constantine was okay, which originated on the now defunct DC universe before migrating into Max. Anyway, Gunn and Peter Safran were installed last year as co-heads of DCU Studios, and is following the Marvel. No, they're not. No, they're not following the blueprint. They're following the idea of creating this connected universe, but it's not a blueprint. Let me see. You're spitting caps. I'm not capping. I'm not capping. I'm spitting facts. Gotham Knights, my favorite show of all time. I'm talking about. You're making me cuss, man. I'm uploading this on Anyway, Gunn and Peter Safran were installed last year as co-heads of DC Studios and following the Marvel blueprint of unifying its film and TV titles into one shared universe, in an opportunity that was off limits to Berlanti during his tenure with DC. Gunn and Safran. I remember Berlanti one time was rumored to be running the DCU. Gunn and Safran are ready in a Superman movie that the former will direct with David Corenswet as Clark Kent and Rachel Brosnahan as Lois Lane. One thing is that Rachel Brosnahan kind of looked like Elizabeth Tulloch a little bit. They kind of fit the same frame. There's something similar about those two women. Clark Kent and Lois Lane. Other DC characters played by Shola Marindueña, Blue Beetle, Viola Davis, Amanda Waller, and John Cena, Peacemaker, will continue as the shared universe in DC Studio. Previous regime will end on December with the feature Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom. Good fucking riddance. I love Man of Steel, Batman vs Superman Extended Cut, Zack Snyder Justice League, the first Wonder Woman, the first Aquaman. I don't know if I'm gonna like the second one. To me, those are like the best out of all of them. Everything else was okay. So, and then everything turned into a shit show. But anyway, so yeah. So listen, I'm sad to see this. I'm sad to but they were making money. They took they want to go in a different direction, and I think I don't think we're gonna see another, because there's some, if you're not gonna use Corenswet Superman on a TV show, why not let this one ride? But it's because it's not making money, so that's why I don't feel that this has to do anything to do with a new cinematic universe that they're trying to forge ahead. I think it's all cap. Anyway, Hollywood Reporter is capping. Anyway, so let's get into this. I should have read this thing. All right, so listen, I said on August of September last year, when it was September, because it was it was July. Yeah, it was at the end of July. That was when San Diego Comic-Con and Marvel came out swinging. Here comes the multiverse. Here comes Kang. Here comes Secret Wars and all these crazy. I mean, they announced. Marvel has been very, very, very conservative on every phase of what they're gonna release. They're gonna release a couple of movies and two or three shows. I get it. After Disney Plus came out, they needed to give them content, so they announced a bunch of crap. But when they came out on that stage and they announced like fucking 20 years worth of material, I'm like, something doesn't feel right about this. Something doesn't feel right about this. All this stuff so far ahead. Do you really want to announce that? And it comes to find out after this report came out that the House of Marvel is in shambles, and it's because of the way that they've been doing things. And I get it, because listen, as a comic book reader, one of the things that was said in this report. Let me put it here, because I'm sure all of you guys went through this report already talk about this. One of the things that, as a comic book reader, when you're reading, you want to see those action pieces, panels, and and all these things you want to see. What if we see this in the movies? So finding out that Kevin Feige was thinking about big action pieces and then wrap around a story around it, Like, it was not surprising to me, but it's crazy to me. Not surprising, but crazy that you will come up with an action piece before you even have a freaking script. So that right there. And another thing that I remember, James Gunn said it too, that Marvel never had a plan. They were winging it. I think there was a book that came out a couple of weeks back that pretty much laid out, confirmed what he said, that they never had a plan. They were kind of winging it. Kevin Feige was fixing most of this stuff on post-production, and now things are just out of control because it's one too many shows, too many movies, and he cannot manage to do every single one of them. Like, probably if he would have kept that little formula of allowing them to make whatever movie and he will fix it post-production, maybe the gravy train will still be going. But now they just have too many shows, and the quality is starting to suffer. And all the things that I have my gripes about is starting to show even more, because I always felt that although I do like these movies, I enjoy these movies, I still think that the Infinity Saga is amazing. I can watch the whole saga all over again, and I would love it from beginning to end. It doesn't matter, even Ant-Man is in that where I will watch it. But what I'm saying is that Infinity Saga was amazing. Even though I don't know if it was like laid out ahead of time, but the idea that to have that out there, it's incredible. And I'm not a hater. I'm not a Marvel hater, but I always felt that there was something intrinsically wrong about the way that they do movies, because all the movies felt familiar, they felt similar, they felt repetitive, they felt formulaic. This is something that I say here. I said it when I was doing the live stream with John, and I say it again. And come to find out that exactly that's what it was. They had a formula, and they were kept repeating it over and over again. And I don't like to see that. I want to see. This is why I love so much the work that Snyder did, because it was so far removed from what they were trying to do. And the thing is that, talking about the Snyder, is that I'm thinking about the Chloe Zhao movie, The Eternals, which is a movie that is like so far removed from what they were doing. And I kind of like that movie, but it's just so he hurt the movie, and he hurt the brand, because it was just too drastically different. And they never established that. They never established, listen, we're gonna have different tones. And so when you gave this tone to people didn't know what to do with it, so the movie failed. And it didn't help that the movie kind of felt formulaic as well too, just like the rest of them. But anyway, so I always feel, another thing is that focusing so early on Thanos, because Thanos, like, there's other villains that are really good, but Thanos is just like, it's just too big for you to just start your universe 20 movies down the line and end it with him. They could have gone with, I don't know if they didn't have the rights, but there's other, like, they could have started with Kang. They could have gone with Doom. Now they try to pivot into the Doom and do the Infinity, not Infinity, the multiversal war with Secret Wars. Secret Wars is actually around Doctor Doom, which makes no sense when I saw that it was gonna be Kang. But it's because they wanted to keep doing this multiversal nonsense, which is getting old. People is like, what? I want a linear story. Stop it with this nonsense. So I think that they are being forced to reboot this universe or do something. And one of the things that is being said on this report is that they thinking about bringing back the main characters. I remember that I said this here too, that ever since you lost the main players, and this is why I said DC is poised to get way ahead of Marvel in a couple of years if they stay the course, because they don't have the main players. They don't have Thor. They don't have Aquaman. They don't have Iron Man. Aquaman. They don't have Iron Man. They don't have Captain America. They announced another Thor movie, but to me that's BS. Nothing has been officially announced, that's just a rumor. That's just being put out there, I guess, to test the water, to see people are interested. Like, I don't want to see another, and I will be fine with another Thor movie, especially now that if the rumors are true that Taika Waititi is not involved. But not having those core characters that made us in love with these movies, that it doesn't matter if it was Joss Whedon directing it. We wanted to see another Avengers movie. We wanted to see them together fighting a big threat, or coming together, even if they were fighting each other, but at the same time they will come together to fight for one common cause. That's not there anymore. That's gone. Now you have all these remedial third tier superheroes try to make it into a big thing. Like, everybody, they're making the Thunderbolts. I don't give a about the Thunderbolts. Honestly, I don't care about the Thunderbolts. Yeah, they are their version of the Suicide Squad. I didn't care about the Suicide Squad to begin with. I didn't care about neither one, James Gunn or what's the name, David Ayers. So, like, there's some characters that you need to build your fun and keep. That has to be the backbone of the universe. You cannot just get rid of Captain America. You cannot just get rid of Iron Man. You need to replace those characters, and that's what I think that hurt the brand, by saying, no, we're gonna stick with these characters and nobody's gonna play them again until God knows when. Like, they could have started with X-Men and then ease their way into having the Avengers, but no, they started off with the Avengers. Now you have to live and die with those guys. You can't just, why not recast them? But anyway, so another thing is the whole drama with Jonathan Majors. I know that I'm enjoying Loki. I actually enjoyed the hell out of Loki. I thought it's a good show. I don't know. I heard that the viewership is down. I don't know if it's because it's football season. I don't know what it is. You can watch it anytime, so I don't think it's the football season that started it. But I think people are just losing interest on this brand, and it's because there is no cohesiveness. Cohesiveness. I said that right? So, I don't think. Yeah, I think Loki is a really good show, but I think there is a lack of cohesiveness on this universe. Plus, all the toxicity that's going around between the people working on behind the scenes, the CGI people. They're unionizing. Everybody's unionizing because they're tired of being treated like shit by this by Marvel. But anyway, listen, I think having too many shows is what hurt the brand, because I know, and they're really good at getting you, because I remember when Secret Invasion came out, the trailer, I was really excited for it. I really wanted to watch that show, and then I watched the first 2 episodes. Like, oh my god, this is horrible. And look what's going on, and it looks like the same thing is going on with Daredevil, where they had to scrap everything and start from scratch. I enjoyed that quirky Captain Marvel. What's the name? Kamala Khan. It's Marvel. I enjoyed that show. It was a quirky, good, cute little show. But do I want to see her in the movie theater? I don't know. I never liked Brie Larson to begin with. I don't know what's the deal with Brie Larson. I don't think she's. I don't know. It's something about her is like. and the Marvels are so desperate right now that they are using Thanos and Infinity Saga clips to advertise this movie, which is sad because I love some Monica Rambeau. But yeah, that's not a movie that I'm gonna watch. And I don't in bringing back RDJ, this is such. It's one thing that I complain about Marvel is that they have been always so inconsequential. So bringing back Black Widow and Iron Man, RDJ, Iron Man, not for me, because that is just gonna devalue the whole entire Infinity Saga. And I hated that they continue to, because it's gonna, if they do that, it's gonna fail. Because the brand is already stained with failure. Like, if I was RDJ, I would stay the hell away from this. Let them reboot it. You will spend less, and it'll give you the chance to reframe everything and start on the right note instead of try to fix what's broken. Like if you can take a page from the DCU or the Snyderverse or whatever you want to call it, look at it that everything that they try to throw at this universe, nothing worked, and it was wasted money because every film that they invested $200 million, $100 million, 100, 150, none of those movies made their money back. Why? Because they were trying to fix something that was broken, and the same thing is gonna continue to happen if they don't start from scratch. If they don't start, they should start from scratch. Let me see. There's something that I should have highlighted this whole thing. Unprecedented turn, fortunate company enjoy nearly uninterrupted. Yo, this is like one thing when you are at the top, it's nothing but going down from there. You may skip Aquaman simply because the tempo. I might skip Aquaman too, simply because I'm waiting for the gun stuff to come out. No, I'm gonna watch it. I'm really waiting to see the DCU. Hey, good to see you here, buddy. 80s nostalgia guy. God bless you, guy. God bless you too, buddy. Good to see you here. Yeah, I was trying to do a quick video today, but I was like, let me do a live stream. Okay, so this is all unprecedented turn of fortune for the company that has enjoyed a nearly uninterrupted string of hits ever since it started independently producing its movie with 2008 Iron Man's that wildly profitable run. Oh my God, I'm reading this thing all fucked up. And I stop it for punctuation.
English, motherfucker, do you speak it?
Anyway, so yeah, so they were profitable. That's what it says. But yeah, no, listen, I knew they're still blaming stuff on COVID. No, I think there was a report here. There was one. I don't like to subscribe to those channels where they are conspiracy theory and where they just want to be mean-spirited for the sake of it. And I know there was a couple of channels, I think Geeks and Gamers the most, the habitual line stepper, that they like to call the MCU the MCU. I'm like, man, that's not it. That's not it. They just have female superheroes. But in the report it says that something about let me see if I find this about Blade. Let me see Blade. What is this about Blade? Blade. Okay. As a public criticism mouth, Feige is pulling the plug on script and projects that aren't working. Case in point is the Blade reboot with Mahershala Ali. Mahershala Ali is an Academy Award. Let's put some respect on his name. Academy Award winner Mahershala Ali signed for the imponious, that's a big word, role of vampire. Things look promising for a 2023 release because the movie was supposed to be out this year. But the project has gone through at least 5 writers, 2 directors, and 1 shutdown 6 weeks before production, right before it began production. That's crazy. One person familiar with the script permutation. Oh my, permutation. There you go. Said,
English, motherfucker, do you speak it?
Says the story at one point morphed into a narrative led by women and filled with that is some woke shit if it's true. Morphed into a narrative led by women and filled with life lessons. Blade was relegated to the 4th lead. Blade is the main character, and he was relegated to be the. Imagine that movie. How are you feeling today? I'm feeling fine. It was this girl in the line at the supermarket. She cut me off. Oh, how did that make you feel? Oh, it made me feel like this. Oh, here comes Blade. That sounds ridiculous. Yeah, so I don't know if there's any truth to that, but that's crazy. I wouldn't be surprised by it, because the thing is that there is a level of wokeness in Marvel going. And there's been for a little while. And the thing is that I understand, like, people, we need representation for all walks of life, because this is a rainbow of people from different culture, background, beliefs. So we need to have them all fully properly represented. But when you're doing that, initially have the intent to start with that. Don't have a product and then say, okay, no, now we got to insert this character there. Now we got to insert this character there because we got to fill the quota of adhering to whatever narrative everybody is assigned to. Anyway, but if you intend, if the initial intent is to have those characters there, yes, do it. Represent them properly, respectfully, but don't do it just because you want to meet a quota. That feels like, if you watched in the 90s comedies, they always have this the talking black guy. Oh, I think it was scary movies that started with I'm just a talking black guy. I'm supposed to say it's whack. Oh, that's messed up or something like that, because it was making fun of that. Because every scary movie on the around that time always had the talking black guy, and that's wrong. So when you do a movie, whether it's for LGBT or for any ethnicity, intentionally start with that, so that way they are fully represented properly, respected, and people that know in advance, okay, this is what we're watching. Don't just throw stuff in there just to fit in some narrative. That's what I'm saying. Let me see. Manolo, hey Manolo, good to see you here, buddy. Did I shout you out already? Okay. Hey, my brother, the MCU was neurotic. Okay, and it was designed to replace and establish characters with personal colors and females. Is an objective facts. I don't know about that, but I do know that I did notice that they just insert characters just for the sake of it, not because the story merited, not because they intentionally did that from the beginning, conceptualized it with those things in mind. Like if you conceptualize this idea with these individuals in there, it's fine. Go ahead, put it out there. I go watch it. I support it. I will back it up, or anybody else too. Because the thing is that when you start inserting shit that I'm like, okay, this doesn't fit in there. Why you put it like for women in it and Blade is the fourth lead? That doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense. Yes, geek and gamers is ridiculous. Yeah, they're ridiculous. I think everything is woke. Yeah, they like I can listen to somebody who have an objective view, but I cannot watch somebody who's just like hate everything for the freaking sake of it. Just this channel, there was one guy that I used to watch him, and all of a sudden his channel turned into I hate everything James Gunn does. Like, my guy, have some objectivity. Like if you start off with some objective views about him and then say why you don't like him and say why you might like him or give him a chance, I will watch you. Or just like everything is like fuck this guy, hate this guy. It's the same energy that those people have on Geekers and Gamers. They hate everybody, every POC, everybody who's LGBT, anybody that's from a different country. It's crazy. Anyway, I used to like listening to the Neurotic and Midnight Edge, but lately, lately all they do is make fun of Marvel and Disney, and obviously, yeah, that's what they do now because they call everything woke and sex, and I don't know, some hateful shit. I don't like those guys. I don't subscribe to any of them. Let me see what else is there. I think I'm gonna leave it there. Is there anything I wanted to talk about this? I want to talk something else about this whole Marvel and MCU drama. I think that's pretty much it. Listen, I'm wishing the Marvels to do okay. It's projected to do $80-something million. I don't know if it's globally or just in the US. Some of these haters are jealous as well, unfortunately. I don't know. Okay, you guys fighting amongst each other. Okay, that's fine. Listen, I gotta get off from here and go watch some Invincible. If I do a live stream next week, or probably I do a quick video and talk about it, I might do it and upload it. So make sure to subscribe, leave a comment in the comment section. Do not leave the video, the live stream before you hit like, thumbs up, and make sure to share it with everybody. Listen, guys, thank you for hanging out with me this entire time. I appreciate every single one of you that show up here when I do this live stream. I know it was a little bit short notice, but thank you for coming through and hanging out with me this entire hour and a half. Until next time, guys, may never let you nerd die. Till next time, peace.